let's see how to set up a Django development environment on Ubuntu 22.04. I'm going to start by opening my terminal, and let's update our package list. Ubuntu comes with Python pre-installed, and to check the version of Python we have, we can run the command python3-version. And you can see that on my system I have Python 3.10.12, which is what can be found in the Ubuntu repositories and is the default Python version for this version of Ubuntu. Let's now create a folder for our Django project. And let's navigate to this new folder. And now we want to create a new Python virtual environment, which is the recommended way to work with Django. To do that, we run python3-m venv. And then we need to give a name to our new virtual environment. I'll just call it Django environment. Now, if we get this message that says that ensure pip is not available, all we need to do is run this command. And of course, we have to prepend it with sudo. And now we should be able to create our virtual environment. So if we list our files now, we can see that we have a new folder called Django environment. To activate the virtual environment, we use the source command, and the file we need is in this folder, of course, and specifically in the bin subfolder. Here we should have a file called activate. And when we source this file, we can see the name of our virtual environment in parentheses. This means that our Python virtual environment is now activated. Now that we're working in the context of the virtual environment, let's go ahead and install Django. This can be easily done with pip install Django. And Django was installed on our virtual environment. Let's now create our new Django project. And to do that, we're going to use the Django admin tool. This tool is part of the Django installation and should be available now. So Django admin. And the specific subcommand we want is start project. And then we need to give a name to our new project. I'll just call it first project. And I want this new project to be created inside this folder, so dot. And if we list our files now, we can see that we have the folder for our virtual environment. We then have another folder for the project itself, and we also have a file called manage.py. Let's open our folder with Visual Studio Code. By the way, if you don't have Visual Studio Code installed on your system, one of the simplest way to install it is to use snap. It's as easy as running snap install code. And we need the classic flag. Now that we have Visual Studio Code installed, let's use it to open this folder. And to open the folder that's currently open, we use dot. And now we can see all of the files for our Django project. To start the development server, we're actually going to use this one, this file, manage.py. So let's open the built-in terminal by clicking on Terminal and New Terminal. And let's use Python to run this file. And to start the development server, we use run server. And we got a message saying that the development server was started on this link. So let's press on Ctrl and click on the link to follow it. And we got a response from the server, meaning that our Django application is up and running, ready for development.